Alright, that was Margaret Custom Deliveries for this week. Let's go ahead and switch over to Warrior and teleport over to Limsa. And then also switch over to, let's see, Moonfire Faire is a new project. Let me do that real quick. Alright, I believe it's in the upper level, and then I'll also go ahead and update the stream text at the aft castle. So I think I still have the text document up. Yeah. Alright, I believe it starts over here. Yeah, there's this. Fire red, beast green. Yeah. Let's head over there. Over to Moriaru. Wait, okay, let me actually try and say this right. Moriaru. Okay. Fire red, beast green. Moriaru is scouring the aft castle for any sun-beaten souls who might not have heard about this year's Moonfire Faire. Do my eyes deceive me, or do I spy a familiar face who looks like she could do with some proper summer recreation? That's right, the sun's rays are out in full force, and so is our beloved Moonfire Faire. These days, the event doubles as free promotion for the Adventurers Guild, you know? The brave and the bold show off their heroics, and afterwards, the fair guests flock to the guild in droves to hire them. But the real star of the show is the acclaimed Eorzean Nimble Warrior course, of course, bringing in hundreds upon hundreds of new challengers. At any rate, we could really use some help out there, so if perchance I've piqued your interest, I suggest you ship out to Costa del Sol and speak to our chief chaperone, Herr Maga. Alright, let's head over to Costa del Sol like usual. Okay, now it should be, yeah, it's in the normal Moonfire Isle or whatever the heck it's called. It's called like Moonfire Isle, I don't know why it's not showing up here. Alright, Herr Maga, what have you got for us? Brilliant! Now there's a sight for sore eyes. Did Moriaru send you out here to lend a hand? He sure did. This year, the event is shaping up to be a thrill for visitors and staff alike. Allow me to give you a brief outline of what we have planned. In case the screaming and splashing hadn't given it away in this perfect weather, we've brought back the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course with all the explosive challenges intact. Zoe, Chloe, and starts with a Q, and I don't recognize this one on the right. And if the summer sun gets too much, grant yourself a refreshing reprieve by enjoying an icy treat or playing with the polar bears. Even better, this year we've added a Far Eastern flair with these hand fans. They're called Uchiwa, and they drive away evil spirits, or so I'm told. To ensure their authenticity, we hired an expert in the art of the festival, a little Nazumu fellow. Oh no. To craft us 100 crates of them, and what color could be more fitting from Moonfire than bright blazing red? Seeing as the origin of the event can be traced back to the bombard hunts of the years past, I say Uchiwa are a perfect fit for the spirit of the occasion, and judging from the sizable crowds, I'm far from the only one. The downside, of course, is that we presently find ourselves quite ill-equipped to manage a turnout of this magnitude. Personally, I'd like to bolster our security cadre if I can. As it stands, none of us would be able to leave our posts in the event of a serious emergency. So given the fortuitous timing of your arrival, could I ask you to... Didn't we do security last year? Monster! Ah! Well, better get on it. Did she say monster? Damn it all. The people are starting to panic. Please, Brilliant, you've got to help us. I'll stay here and try to keep the crowd calm. You head north and find that woman. Stoic nod. Alright, so head north to that I guess that's north. Terrified tourist. Alright, ma'am. Where's the monster? The monster was just here, I swear it. It was leering at me from behind that rock, making these off-kilter little motions, and then it ran off to the east. Well, let's head east. Yes, I know which way east is. I thought for certain it would come over here and... Ooh, I feel faint. I need to go lie down. Alright, let's head east. See if we can find the monster. If it really is a monster. Where is it? Oh, maybe I should head to the convenient marker. That doesn't look like a monster. That looks like an Ellison. Looks like he's about to tip his fedora and say "milady." Damn, I didn't stand a chance against that thing. You should have seen it. I was minding my own business here, practicing my steps, when suddenly that thing showed up out of nowhere to challenge me to a dance-off. What? Then, after it utterly trounced me, it raced off again. What? Huh? Would that I could tell you where, or even which direction. Although, come to think of it, I believe I saw something fall from its body. Well, it doesn't matter much anymore. I can hear summer's call, and it must be heeded. To the ocean with me, in this great weather. Whatever fell off that thing, you'll find it lying over there. If you think it will help your search. Oh, let's pick it up. See if it'll help us out. Aha! There she is. Oh, right, these guys. Glad as ever to see you again, Brilliant. Herr Maga told us you would be in need of urgent assistance, so here we are. We've heard reports of green monster running amok. Have you learned aught in the way of a clue? Well, actually, I just picked up this thing. I didn't ever get a chance to look at it, though. It dropped something, did it? Looks to be a needle, by my reckoning. It's obvious we're dealing with a cactuar. It's obvious we're dealing with an inbred weaver. Not inbred. It's obvious we're dealing with an inebriated weaver. It's probably a cactuar. Cactuars in Lenosha, of all places. Surely they would have struggled to survive so far removed from their native habitat of Thanalin. I'm so sorry about this. Sir? Oh, Madam... Okay, I can never say this stuff right. Madam Mamija. Mamija? Let's go. No, it's whatever. If I'm not mistaken, was not Master Gigaruju himself who invited you out to Costa del Sol? Yes, I traveled all the way from Ulda at the summit of my friend Gigaruju. Naturally, I couldn't bear the thought of my dear pets missing out on all the fun and festivities, so I brought them along with me. Ah, that might explain where they're from. Not for a moment did I think they would ever act out like this. You have my deepest apologies. They were perfect angels when we stopped to see Gigaruju. He even gave them treats. But the moment I stepped away for a drink, they went mad, and poor Gigaruju couldn't rein them in. I forget who Gigaruju is, but whatever. Probably another Lala. By the time I got back, they were gone. I swear to you, this has never happened before. Well, that would certainly explain how a cactuar ended up in Lenosha. Regardless, if your pets pose a danger to the fairgoers, we may have to subdue them by force. No, please. I've raised them since they were pups. They'd never hurt a fly. Apparently one of them just wanted to dance. I don't fancy the prospect myself, but what other option is there? Given that the Moonfire Faire would have no venture were it not for Master Gigaruju, I'd obviously prefer if we didn't upset a dear friend of his. Yes, termination should be a last resort. This is the first attempt to capture them. Of course, I forgot to start my local recording. I hate that. I hate when I do that. A sensible plan. Should things turn violent, it will only frighten the attendees. This calls for a more suitable approach, a more subtle approach. Just the three of us, perhaps. Indeed, I would see this situation sorted swiftly, that we might return to the fair. If we work quickly, we may manage to find it before it escapes the bounds of Costa del Sol. Thus, I propose we split up. Brilliant, my friend. Will you search the west side of the island? Sure. Not sure how we're gonna find anything in the storm, though. Also, how do you know they haven't been blown away? I mean, look at the wind. Alright, let's go check out the west side of the island. First, let's talk to Poblano here. Where could it have gone? You'd think a cavorting cactuar would be hard to miss here in Lenosha. Yep, I would imagine so. Except somehow we haven't found it. Let's see, where are you, Mr. Cactuar? There we go. Cavorting cactuar. Oh yeah, he dancing. Also, he seems a little, inebriated, not inbred. Did you find something? It appears she did, but how are we going to capture it? I've never seen a cactuar look so dangerous. Is it just me, or is it radiating an aura of pure malice? I've never seen the poor thing like this either. Come to think of it, Kikaruju told me it seemed to him as though they were possessed. In that case, perhaps the aura is an evil spirit. If only we could purify it somehow. Perhaps an Uchiwa would help. What the thing needs is an exorcism. Now let's just try the big fan. Didn't it say earlier that they used to be used to ward off evil spirits or something? Of course! In the Far East, they use Uchiwa to ward off evil spirits, right? Yep, just like I said. Maybe our festival fans would work. In that case, allow me to do the honors. Evil be gone! Uchiwa Soshi! Sir? He's still dancing. Yes! Well, that was easy. Shall we head back for drinks? Sounds good to me. I believe there's a second quest for this. Terribly sorry to interject, but I think there's been a misunderstanding. Is that not her cactuar? That's only one of my dear cactuars. I'm still missing the other six. Ma'am, I think you have a problem. I do appreciate you finding cacti, of course, but I'm worried about Cactilo and Cactina and Cactustifer and these names. Wait, so you said, when you said pets, you brought 7 cactuars to Lenosha? It is concerning, then, that we scoured every inch of the island and only found one. It appears we will have to take our search to the mainland. How the heck would they get across the water? Very well. Let us take up our Uchiwa and find these cactuars, that we might ease them of their torment. Alright, and then it unlocks the emote, which is like the main thing you get for this event. There's also a housing item, and I think you can buy some like the spraying champagne and stuff from the vendor, but we'll see. I'll take a look at the vendor later. First, let me go ahead and talk to Poblano here, then Gina, and then Betafon again. 6 more? Ugh. Oh, I'm glad to have Cacti back, and hail of mine to boot. Those fans are sure to work their magic on the rest of my dearies. Festival Fan Frenzy. Moonfire Faire's chaperone, Betafont, is prepared to help you track down a half-dozen wayward Cactuars. I take it you're ready to begin? In that case, let us review our objective. First, we must seek out these Cactuars. As soon as one is located, placate it with a gust from your Uchiwa, and then bring it back here. You, my friend, are in charge of searching the southwestern cliffside. Please go and find the rest of my dearies. I'll stay here and keep a firm eye on Cacti. You have my word. Alright, let's head on over to the mainland. See if we can find our Cactuars. Let me go ahead and put the emote on, let's see, where is it? Let's see, this would be under special, right? What was the emote called? Isn't it, yeah, there it is. Ichiwa Soi. Just put it there for now. There's one of our Cactuars. Give him a good, well, I was gonna say let's give him a good blow, but that sounds a bit wrong. Oh, I need to actually click on it. Whoops. Cactuar appears to have snapped out of whatever it may have been. Eager for your company, it walks right up to you, allowing you to grab it. Let me put it in our ambiguously sized inventory. Or backpack, whatever. Let's check out this one over here. You're gonna find him. Nope, I see him. There's another one. Let's give him a bit of our fan. Our #1 fan. Oh wait, that's Xenos. And Alize. And Graha. Hector appears to have snapped out of whatever it may have been. Looks right up at you and you put it in your ambiguously sized backpack. Yep. Alright, looks like they must have gotten the rest of them. I'm glad they only made you do like 2 or 3 of them. I guess we only get 2, not 2 or 3, there was only 2. Alright, let's see what Poblano and Betafont have gotten. I only pray we managed to find them all. You've done such a great job of bringing back my dearies back safe and sound. Alright, Poblano, how many did you find? Welcome back. I don't suppose you found any Cactuars. Yep, I found 2 of them, actually. And that brings us to 7. Excellent, we're done. And now that that's over, I think I'll grab myself a drink and find a nice vantage point, preferably somewhere in the shade. Oh, take me with you. I'm just dying for a drink. At last, the crisis is well and truly averted. Then why isn't the quest over? Now I can return my focus to what matters most, ensuring a spectacular time is had by all. Seeing as her manga still needs a status report, could I ask you to see to that? Alright, let's head on back, and then that'll be the wrap up this quest. We'll check out the Moonfire Faire vendor, but I'm pretty sure they just have some basic stuff, no actual, like, interesting stuff. Welcome back, Brillian. It seems you had the Cactuar crisis well in hand. You've done your part to keep your peace, and for that, I thank you. Now, what's this I hear about a malicious aura? Efficacy of the Uchiwa aside, I'd rather like to get to the bottom of this. lest we suffer the same problem next year. I just wanted to report that the pet Cactuars are resting safely away from the main festivities. I asked another chaperone to keep an eye on them. I cannot apologize enough for the trouble I caused. Yes, well, I am glad to have this matter settled quietly. My lovely ladies were quite frightened. Yeah, this disgusting guy. That being said, speaking as one who has seen his share of dancers, your pets have star potential, my dear Medja. Truly, perhaps I should have them formally trained. You're not seriously going to encourage that behavior, are you? Lest you forget, it was pure coincidence that we found a peaceable solution through the use of our Uchiwa. Were something like this to happen again, that luck may not hold. Surely you don't mean... I've learned my lesson, I swear it. As soon as we're home, I'll ensure they're trained to stay at my side at all times. That's all I ask. Incidentally, did you notice anything that might have served as the catalyst for their cavorting? No, I'm afraid not. I was away at the time, you see. I thought it was quite strange myself. One moment they were downing their wine, like, excuse me, sir. Why were you giving them wine? And the next thing, it was as though they were possessed by some manner of wicked spirit. Dude. Like I said, it looked like they were drunk. They were drinking wine, my lord. And what a fine vintage it was. I was delighted to be in like-minded company. Oh, a great conversation we could have had, if only they could speak. Medja, I can't believe I'm asking this, but is wine safe for Cactuars? How should I know? I've only ever given them the finest spring water from the mountains of Corthus myself. It seems we have our complet, so they were just drunk? Oh yeah, there's Alpha and Omega. I forgot that they're here. Pah! They barely had a cupful each. And besides, it's not like I poured the stuff down their throats, did I? Oh, shut up. This is why we need the /punt emote. Alright, look, perhaps sharing a bottle wasn't the best of ideas, but how would I to know they couldn't hold their drink? Hey, just get out of here, dude. Personally, I'm just glad the mystery has been put to rest, and seeing as Medja's learned her lesson, I dare say we won't be seeing a repeat of this incident. Well, just in case someone else gives wine to the other Cactuars, I'll be sure to let the chaperone team know to reach for an Uchiwa rather than a weapon. That would be much appreciated, Poblano. Now, let us return to the festival. The Adventurers Guild won't promote itself, you know. As for you, Brilliant, on behalf of the entire chaperone team, I thank you. Enjoy the remainder of the event, and don't be a stranger, all right? Well, that was a pretty goofy event. But that wraps up the main quest from the event. Now, let's go ahead and check out the vendors. I know there's a new housing item that I don't care for. And then, yeah, I think the rest of them are just going to be, like, the poppers and stuff. Yeah, this is the new housing event item. And then, I don't think this person has anything. Nope, just talking to the person.